All right, at this time, I have a special honor to be able to introduce someone that we call Queen, someone that we call Ambassador, someone that is full of wisdom, full of encouragement. Every time she speaks, everybody is real quiet to be able to listen because this woman is so amazing that she has touched each and every one of our lives in the community of the TAGR family, and then she touches everyone that she comes in contact with. I would like to introduce to you the queen of the TAGR family, Mama Elizabeth J. Rice. Amen. Come on out, Elizabeth.
Woo, go Elizabeth.
Thank you so much.
Mom Elizabeth!
All right, there it
What
is.
I'm talking about.
Thank you so much, Angela, and all of the wonderful souls that are on this webinar. And I see you, Peter. I hadn't seen you before, and just welcome everybody. And I know that I can't talk long, so I'm going to get right at it. Angela, you did an amazing job, first of all. Look here, and I'm going to do like past steps, and the crowd goes, ah. So you did an amazing job. Just love you so much. And I am so excited to be here. I'm going to talk about, well, first of all, I'm a civil rights activist from the 1960s. And I'm a part of that. And I still feel that so, especially today after what happened with the voting, the new vote that was brought into being, the recognition of Juneteenth. And today is Juneteenth. We're celebrating this call on an amazing day with amazing people to realize that the acknowledgement that I am here, that I am a human being, and that I am, privileged to have the rights that others have. So I'm so excited about that. All right, so what I want to do is I was a member of the Richmond 34, a group of students that got arrested in 1960 for sitting at a lunchroom counter trying to get a hamburger or hot dog, and we were arrested for trespassing and taken to jail. And of course, we went through the whole thing. We were let out, and the case went through the court. I'm giving you a really snap version today. Went through the courts. And we thought we were freed because it went into the courts and the case was dismissed. But we didn't find out until 50 some years later that the case was never expunged. So all through my life after college, I was getting great jobs, but I didn't realize I had a record all this time. So the case wasn't expunged until recently. And of course, I'm a free person. Like I haven't been free, but that's another part of freedom. But I really want to talk about what today is something that came to me. My grandmother and my mother were very educated people, and my grandmother founded an organization in 1945 called the Tomorrow's World Foundation. And her logo was the 5-pointed star. And that 5-pointed star, I remember as a little girl hearing about it. Then my mother passed it on and she was using it in her business. And my grandmother finished Oberlin University. And then of course, my mother was an educator. She got her doctorate at the University of Virginia and master's at Boston U. So all this education that's been with me. And so, but I remember that 5-pointed star. And what it's just imagine it. You can put it, if you have a sheet of paper or something, just draw a 5-star, draw a star with 5 rays, and put at the very top of that ray, physical. And then next to that, mental. And then down from that, social. And then from that, educational. And then financial. Now, All those are outward parts of our lives. Now, I know a lot of you said, well, she didn't mention the most important part. And I know that's not on the ray. That is the hub, the center of the star is spiritual. So the whole point that my grandmother was teaching, and she was teaching this to young people because she founded an organization that the purpose was to bring down the numbers of juvenile delinquents. That's what they called them during the time of Roosevelt. She was during that time. And so physical, she was said, you need to take care of your body. And, you know, your body is your temple and you need to take care of that. And if you don't, it's, you know, it's not going to help you with the total balance. We need to all strive for balance. And we've got a lot of things are pushing on that star all the time. So the physical is so important. A lot of us get a high score for physical. I just happen to have had a lot of health challenges and I'm still coming through them, you know, but some people have never had a health challenge, you know, between surgeries and all of that. And some people give up, but you can't give up. Physically, you can't. And so I commend all of those that exercise and go to the gym every day and eat the right things. And yeah, I'm getting there. I am happy to report, you know, I got on the scale this morning saying, okay, I'm getting on, but I probably get the same thing I got yesterday. And lo and behold, I hadn't been on it for a while, and I've been being really good and moving and eating the right things. And I had dropped 10 pounds. I was jumping for joy because you know how it is. You get on there, okay, all right. And so I said, whatever I'm doing now, I have got to keep doing it because the temple is responding, you know? So that's the physical part. The thing is, we all strive for harmony. If we don't have harmony, you know, somebody said, I don't know who said it, but it said if it's harming me, then it's not harmony. We want to be in harmony. Don't do something that's going to harm you. And the mental, what are we thinking about? What kind of things are we putting in our mind, our brain? What are we letting, the television can influence it so negatively, but then now and then you get something very positive that makes a difference. You're reading wonderful books. So important to energize the brain, just like you energize the body. If you're not putting something into the brain meaningful on a regular basis, the brain's waiting for you to say, what are you going to give me now? I haven't read anything for quite a while with you. When are you going to give me something to read? So there are times when, you know, we get lax and we don't do it, but we've always got to be reading. If you don't like to read, listen, get that audio and listen. So that you know, what you see, many times the last thing you see or, you know, at night in terms of what you're seeing or reading, it'll be in your dreams and it'll either be a good dream or it'll haunt you. So we don't want to be haunted. We want to wake up with the great feeling. So make sure that last thing you do, in addition to the self-confidence formula, which we're all supposed to read, that's something that we do on the TAGR Family, Marie. We repeat this TAGR, the self-confidence formula, and main definite purpose. So I'm sure Lori Sue or Jesse will get you a copy of that if you'd like to see what that is. All right, and then we go to social. Birds of a feather flock together. Oh boy, look at these beautiful birds that I'm with today. But so many times people let the wrong bird into the nest, and boy, do they have an effect on what we do and who we become. Because all it takes is one bad apple in the bushel to have that rotten apple to spread to many of them. So it's so important. Be with like-minded people. And there are people that really many times they don't like my agenda simply because of the color of my skin. Well, you know, it's my job as a human being and a person of God to let them know, hey, we can work this thing out. You got somebody told you something wrong somewhere in the picture, but it'll take time. Maybe not happen right away, but socially things will change. All right. And so, and of course, going to social events, go to social events that are going to uplift you. Do something socially that's going to uplift you. All right. Then the educational. We have a chance to learn. You never are too old to learn something brand new. My daughter-in-law is just now taking a course in coding. And that's pretty heavy duty for people that have not gotten into it before. But she's excited about it, and she's learning all this, and she's got her teacher online, and soon she's going to be able to take a position using that coding, and which will catapult her into a bigger salary from what I'm understanding. So, you never know. You may find something you really want to learn, just like Angela's realizing, hey, I want to be a life coach. And she's learning, and she's been a life coach, but she just didn't know it. But so now it's becoming a reality. So that's what happens. We keep reading, and I'm getting my book written. I've been writing it for 10 years. And you say, well, why haven't you finished your book yet? Because the timing wasn't right. In God's perfect time, there were things I had to do, people I had to meet, places I had to go. So now this is coming to fruition. Then you go with the financial. If you don't have the money to do the things you want to do, that will slow down that harmony. Many a family, many of a husband and a wife have broken up because of that finance. And my father told me as a young girl, I remember, he used to say, make the statement, romance without finance is a nuisance. So you can remember that. He said, if you could be kind and loving all you want, but he said, romance, without finance, you got to have some money to take care of each other and the family. It will become a nuisance, and you'll be looking for the divorce papers. So, hey, just remember that a little bit. And of course, I give each, if you are doing exceptional in each of these 5 rays, if you then give yourself a 10, but if you're not quite a 10, kind of give yourself a score in that ray as to where you are. Are you from a 1 to 10? Give yourself a number. And mentally give yourself a number. Socially, educational, financially, give yourself a number. But in the center, and here we go, without the spiritual hub, nothing is going to work. Because if you don't acknowledge God first, in all that ways, acknowledge him first. And when I say God, I'm not thinking about some big father with the white beard coming down. God is within all of us. It's in the flowers, it's in the trees, it's a spirit. And think about the angels. If you don't believe in angels, you better believe in them, because they're in the Bible, and there are legions of angels around you, supporting you, just waiting for you to ask. Remember that movie in Christmas time where that angel comes down and the guy who loses all the money in the banking industry, I can't think of the name of the movie. But anyway, there are angels, there are ascending masters. There are all kinds of spiritual beings in this universe waiting to assist you. But you know what? You don't ever call on them. Start calling on your ancestors that have gone before you. Are saying, well, why aren't they calling my name now and then? I'm their guardian angel. I'm looking out for them. So just remember, you are not alone. You are not alone in this big world. So wherever you go. So for that spiritual hub, if you are doing all of the right things and acknowledging your creator, then you get a 50. A 50 in the middle. Then you add the others together and see what your score is. So I'm not giving you any score. We can say if you get in the 70s and up, you in good shape. If you go below 70, then you got some work to do. So I know you keep your score to yourself. You'll be honest about it. But that's I wanted to really leave that with you. And I'm going to leave the prayer with you that I always leave when I get a chance to speak with the Think and Grow Rich family that we meet every day, Monday through Friday. And that is, please, God, please guide me. We say infinite intelligence, divine providence, Jesus, whatever your spiritual being is, guide us, provide for us, protect us, illuminate us, give us the light in all of our thoughts, what we think, all of our words, all of our actions. And I just added to it, you got to have some feeling with that when you do it, and feelings. This day and every day.